we know and as we've seen Donald Trump in really the past decade on the debate stage, he's the king of making nicknames like Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe, Low Energy Jeb. So if he has a nickname for her like Comrade Kamala, which he's been using on the campaign trail, if he says that tomorrow night, what's her best response?
Honestly, I think she should just bring up how immature he really is. His nicknames are hysterical, honestly. But he needs to, I think that she needs to bring up how immature that is. And while the American people are struggling and suffering, he's coming up with these insane nicknames that have nothing to do with anything. Also, saying something like Comrade is not a bad thing. And she can go ahead and educate people on that there's no link between that necessarily and communism. I mean, that's used very, very widely today.
And what questions do you think need to be asked? Because as of now, any and all topics are on the table. There aren't any guardrails for what can be brought up. So what questions are you specifically looking for?
Well, hopefully they really bring up the issues that actually matter to everyday Americans. There's been a lot of talk around things like capital gains tax and things like that, which really do not affect everyday Americans. We're talking about people that make hundreds of millions of dollars a year, which is just not an issue that affects everyday people. So I think that I really, really hope that there's an opportunity there where they really bring up the actual policy that will affect everyday working class people. Because if they do, Kamala Harris is absolutely going to win the debate. I think that the only way that she doesn't win the debate is if she gets thrown off by Trump's lies, continuously lying time after time. In the first debate, we saw that he lied 164 times in 64 minutes, which is insane. That's a lot of lies in that time. So as long as she doesn't sort of get too much in her head about trying to rebuttal every single lie, I think that she's going to go in really, really strong, especially if they ask her questions related to policy.